Kenya now, where electricity has been restored to all parts of the country. There was a massive power cut across all of Kenya. Earlier this week, the power cut was caused by a cut in a major transmission line. That took technicians a long time to get the power up and running again. Mike Mboti is an analyst and social commentator in Kenya. Mike, good afternoon to you. It's the third time there's been a big power cut like this in Kenya. What happened?
Good afternoon. Yeah, it's been a while before we've had such kind of problems. Basically, what we are hearing from the authorities and from the ground is that there were some towers that went down, and what we're trying to wonder is why would such structures suddenly just go down? What on the ground is that there could be an element of vandalism. It's yet to be proven. We are yet to hear an official communication, but then that's just one of the speculations that is going around. So we're still sitting back, waiting to hear what the authorities will say, and if indeed it will be confirmed that it was due to some act of vandalism.
It must be incredibly frustrating for Kenyans that this happens.
Absolutely, very, very frustrating, because basically Kenya, in terms of solar power, is not very widespread, so a majority of the people depend on the power that is generated, or rather supplied by the government. So when this happens, definitely there is quite a lot of wastage. You talk of issues like also insecurity, apart from just people, businesses going through losses, families maybe losing food, or maybe when the power comes back, then there's comes back with too much surge, and appliances are damaged and all that. It's quite inconveniencing, I'd say.
As I understand it, there's only one company which actually produces and distributes electricity in Kenya. It's called Kenya Power. Does that give them a monopoly? I mean, how do people feel about the company Kenya Power at the moment?
I think it's one of the most unfortunate things, so to speak, because Kenya Power has a monopoly of power distribution. That means they can put whatever prices they want. The cost of power actually is very, very high in Kenya. So it's really, really frustrating. If maybe we had several players, probably such things would not happen, because Kenya Power knows, okay, fine, I mean, we can have an outage for 5 hours. Nothing is going to happen, because people we don't have the alternative of probably going to another supplier. So this is something that I believe should be looked into, and probably if we had more players, it would be a bit better. But as it stands, yeah, we're stuck in a rut, so to speak, literally.
Well, I mean, we've been through all of this, Mike. We can compare notes, but we've had huge problems with our monopoly, Eskom. There's change happening there. Do people want change in Kenya? I mean, is it a big political issue, this? I mean, this can be very, very frustrating for people, as you say. It makes people very angry with their leaders.
Yes, I think that would, of course, people start looking at it that way, because if, when things are not working, and there are people who are there who are supposed to look at these matters and who are supposed to make sure that things are right, then of course, yeah, we start thinking, I mean, if we had changed, probably things would be better. So yes, we're toying with the idea. It's something that whose time has come. And of course, I mean, Kenya has been 50 plus years after independence. We still have the same things happening. You have a monopoly on something like power. It's actually very frustrating. I mean, everybody is held hostage.
Tell us about it. Mike, I mean, is there a concern that this could happen again? This has happened 3 times. I mean, the first thing that you would think you would do as Kenya Power is build more power lines. You would remove the points at which you're vulnerable. I would imagine people must be worried that this can happen again.
One of the issues that was being bandied around was that this is actually a very, very old power line. Then you start asking yourself, okay, fine, do we have to wait until there's that outage to realize that we have an old power line? So these are things that should have been done before. I mean, the things that somebody should have said, no, I mean, can we build more power lines? But we don't have to wait until the whole country is in a blackout. Then we start saying, oh, our power lines are old and all that kind of excuses. I mean, it does not make sense in this era. Absolutely not.
Mike Mboti, couldn't agree more. Thank you, analyst and social commentator in Kenya. I do appreciate the time. Well,